We promised you that we were bringing you an interesting conversation on the show this morning. It has to do with your safety on the road. I'm sure in recent times you've seen a number of reports on road crashes. Let me just take you through what the year 2025 had seen so far, from January to October 2025, and it's a total of 2,429 deaths on our road, over 2,000 deaths on our road as a result of road crashes, or we term it as traffic crashes. This is a report we are getting from News Center. This is a report also coming from the National Road Safety Authority. So the latest provisional data is from the MTTD and also the National Road Safety Authority of the Ghana Police Service that has reviewed a troubling upward trend across nearly all indicators, from fatalities to pedestrian knockdowns, despite various national efforts to curb the carnage on the roads. It's very sad that if someone has to drive from Accra to Kumasi, the person will be thinking you'd have to move from Accra to Cape Coast. You're thinking from another destination, maybe you are taking a long drive, you are thinking, because of the number of road accidents we've recorded in recent times. Just yesterday, there was a troubling one that claimed the lives of 6 individuals on the Obuasi stretch, and also we had another one that claimed the life of 1 person on the Porton stretch. The question is, why are these things happening? And now that we are about to celebrate Christmas, I'm sure people will be moving from one destination or from one location to the other. But in studio for us to delve deeper into the conversation and understand what really the authorities are supposed to do and what drivers and also passengers are supposed to do is Chief Superintendent Alexander Kweku Obin, who is Director of Education, Research and Training with the Police MTTD. And we also have Emmanuel Danso, who is the Chairman of the Ghana National Association of Driving Schools. The reason why we brought driving schools into this is for us to understand what, as a driver, you need to know before you sit behind the steering wheel, put the ignition on before you move the vehicle. Thank you so much, gentlemen. We are grateful for having you this morning. But first of all, let me start with you, Chief Superintendent Alexander Kweku Obin. How troubling are the figures this year?
All right, thank you very much for the opportunity. And good morning to our compatriots across the regions and across the continent and through the east and west and north and south of the world. I think road safety problem confronts the world in general. And that's why UN in 2021 continue with the second phase of Decade of Action for Road Safety from 2021 to 2030 under the SDG. You're looking at the well-being and then how resilient communities are supposed to be under 3.6 and 11. And it's also the reason why Ghana, because we also contribute that much, have also ratified it, and we are all in it to manage the national road safety problem that also confronts you and I, which you have outlined, which is not, which is a challenge for all of us, because the national road safety problem of the national road safety problem of Ghana is something that it calls for all hands on deck, because between January, for example, and November, going into this Yuletide, compared with the same period last year, we've seen about 13,000 crashes reported to us.
13,000.
And vehicles that were involved, also looking at about 22,000 of all categories, including those that are privately registered, of all models, of those that are commercially registered, and including also motorcycles. And we also have issues regarding morbidity and fatalities.
Okay.
That between the same period, we have about 13,000 Ghanaians carrying varying degrees of injuries, and we have about 2,600 fatalities on our hands, of which about 1,937 are males and about 492 thereabout are females. And it has also impacted the pedestrian. Going to this tide, we have about 550 who have died as a result of just walking along or across the road. And we have many of these crashes involve motorcycles.
Wow.
And motorcycle has claimed that many lives. And so when you ask me, the road safety problem we have in this country is perplexing. It has inadequate solution. And I'm not surprised why Ghana is looking for a more proactive way, a more resilient and innovative way of ensuring that we don't leave any of our compatriots or road users behind. Because within this period, as I'm speaking, the global road safety plan, when the second decade was promulgated, has to do with safe system approach, where countries can no more blame humans.
Okay.
Because we are weak, and therefore we need systems to enhance our safety.
Okay.
It's the reason why the plan imposed on us that we are making every effort, including even amendment of our National Road Traffic Act and Regulation, is to ensure that more investment innovations are brought in and purposive action.
Okay.
So that we can have safer roads and safer road sites. I'm not surprised that more investment is going to road construction in Ghana. Now, Ghana, our roads have become, our Ghana has become a road construction scene. And we also, UN also expects that country like Ghana will also invest in safer vehicle. I'm not surprised that Ghana, the policy now is shifting even onto e-vehicles.
Yes.
And also e-motorbikes. And also ensure that the vehicles that are coming are engineered to support a road user.
Yeah. So Chief, you want to hold on there.
Yeah.
We will come back into the details of what Ghana is doing to ensure that we have a safer road. But let's go to Emmanuel Danso, who is the chairman of the Ghana National Association of Driving Schools. Your role you play is very important because you are lecturing or teaching the drivers that eventually would be on our roads. First of all, I want to find out from you. You have seen the staggering numbers, the increasing numbers, the road accidents and all that. Ideally, what is a driver supposed to know before he or she will be behind the steering wheel and say, I'm starting the vehicle and driving?
Thank you very much to you, and a very big thank you to your cherished listeners. My greetings goes to my colleagues who are listening now and the nation as well. Thank you for your question. You know, if somebody want to sit behind the wheels, from where I sit, I tell people that there are 18 lessons. In fact, when it comes to trailer, heavy goods vehicles, you are supposed to know 19 lessons.
Wow.
When it comes to the trailer, the first lesson a driver should understand is what we call driving philosophy. And when we say philosophy, philosophy is just a branch of science that does with the way we think. And so for somebody to sit behind the wheels, the person should be trained and educated. I love it when I have my boss sitting by me, Director of Education and Training.
Yes.
And we have also been mandated by DVLA to do training from motor to trailer. And last 3 days, we did a float to sensitize the public about us. Because although we are Ghana National Association of Driving Schools, Ghana doesn't know us. And so we want to drum in to the nation that if somebody wants to drive, the person should come to a recognized driving school to be taught.
But take us through the 18 or 19. What are some of the things that people...
Yes, so like I'm saying, number one, the driving philosophy. Driving is a profession like any other profession. There are certain dynamics you should understand.
Wow.
Unfortunately, sad but true, it's only about 10% of drivers who come to driving school to learn how to drive.
Wow.
And for me, as I sit here, I think the challenge for us is to see how we can approach this issue, this staggering issue. For me, I always tell people that when an accident happens, it saddens me, but it doesn't surprise me.
Why?
Because I've been on the road as a driver for 35 years.
Okay.
I drove 17 years without formal training and education.
Okay.
And after I've been an instructor for 20 years. And the kind of education and training I have had formally tells me that if we don't do much about training and education, this issue is not going to end.
But Mr. Danso,
I
still want to find out from you what the people are supposed to know.
I'm coming.
Yes.
The person supposed to
Maybe we have to
know,
limit the preambles.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the person should know about 5 things. Number one, you should know about the road, which comprises of road signs and road markings. Look, the engineer who is constructing the road right now in Ghana, as my boss is saying that Ghana is becoming a construction nation. He has to pass mathematics, physics, and English on a high grade before he will be enrolled at the university to go and do road engineering. Do you know why?
Why?
Because thinking has to go into the road construction.
Beautiful.
Now, the vehicle that we are driving, the mechanical engineer who has to construct the vehicle has to pass physics, mathematics, and English on a high grade. Other than that, you are not becoming a mechanical engineer.
Beautiful.
Because thinking has to go into it. Now, the driver behind the wheels should also be given education. He has to have the mindset of the road engineer and the mindset of the mechanical engineer. Unfortunately, very unfortunately, we are not doing that. People just move vehicle, and this is what saddens me. Look at a trotro driver having a mate, and then he teaches him. How they teach him, I don't know. Then he hits the road. Then me, that I take my student through road science and road markings. I take them through vehicle components and maintenance and how to operate the vehicle.
Wow.
I teach them defensive driving techniques.
Wow.
I teach them causes of accident and its prevention. These things that we are talking about is preventable, it is predictable, and it's avoidable.
Beautiful. So
preventable,
predictable, and avoidable.
Exactly.
Wow.
And so
3 P's.
I'm drumming in that I think DVLA is doing well.
So
they've laid the road maps for us. If you want to set a motor driving school, how you should do it, small car, how you should do it, trailer, how you should do it. It's left with us to align with DVLA and do training holistically. And I can promise you, if we do it 5 years, 2 years, 5 years, we will reduce accident. I'm happy my boss is here. You take this one from me, that I have said it first, that if we do training and education well, we will reduce accident by 1 digit.
Message is scary. I love the passion of the man. Please tell him my shout out. He has spoken my mind. Engineer Abdullah Mahama, he's watching. He's the one on the offer go in Sawamdo. Do you have any questions for them?
Now, if we do training and education very well, I promise you,
the accident we are recording 2,000 plus.
Will reduce.
It is 4 digits. It will come to 3 digits. This is from me. Nobody has said it. I'm telling you. It's a challenge I'm giving to my stakeholders. Let's come together and fight this canker. It is possible.
It is
All
possible.
right.
Thank you.
I believe it's possible, right? But you said earlier on that you had a float for people to know you. That means people haven't
They've never engaged you.
Yeah, people haven't, had in their mind that, okay, these association actually exists. So apart from the float, are there other things that you are doing to educate people that you actually exist? Like, have you ever gone out to the trotro stations? Because the float is not enough, honestly, and not everybody's watching TV and not everybody's listening to the radio. Have you ever thought of like some mass education or probably going to meet these people one-on-one? Let's have a conversation. It's a national issue right now. People are dying. We don't want that to happen in 2026. Have you ever thought of that?
Yes, we have. Look, we have been going to the trotro station, but the issue is this. You see, in Nakane, there's a language we say, apetu prayer. What's apetu prayer? Minimity. Apetu prayer who brebuye. There's a bird that wants to learn how to do a nest, but when he learned the basis, then he decided that, oh, I have no nest.
That's it.
Then he left. So all the time when he does his net and it rains, it beats him. That's how trotro drivers are. They are too low. They think that they know more than we know. But I'm telling you, let me state your you see, for you to drive or ride from science, it's only 10% physical and 90% mindset.
Mental.
Wow.
And so if you learn only the 10% physical and reject all the 90% mindset, the philosophy, what are you doing to yourself? And so me, I'm a rider. I came with a motorbike.
Okay.
I tell people I'll buy a big motorbike before I buy my private car. I love moto. And government has legalized Okada.
We'll come to that. We'll come to that.
Thank you.
We'll come to that and ask further questions. But let's engage through Chief Superintendent Betty. He's been a bit quiet just in the last few minutes. What is a driver supposed to know in the law? Because you are the law enforcement agencies. Before he or she would say that I'm driving, and even during the process.
All right, thank you very much. I think first, I mentioned that every country must construct a safer road. The road is done for us to communicate safely. And to ensure that the road is used safely, you need safer road users. And then safer vehicles will come on the road. The question I've raised has to do with safer vehicle. Because it goes also with the safer road user, which is the driver. And then in Ghana and globally, to look out for a driver is also about national policy. And it's also contingent on capacity in terms of age, experience, and also even to the extent of your abilities. And that's why in Ghana, for example, if you have certain disability, you cannot go for a driver license.
Okay.
And so basically in Ghana, if you are 18 years and above, and you are competent, and don't have any health disability, including maybe, because one principle in driving is that you cannot drive with without sight.
Okay.
You understand? So the principle is see and be seen.
See and be
Be seen.
seen.
So if you have poor sight, you become a passenger permanently, and therefore at 18 years you are qualified to go to DVLA for you to be examined physically, and then they put you through purposive training. This is a creation of the law, and then if you pass after 3 months, and that's why the law has also created driving schools in section 68 of the Road Traffic Act, and has also come up with a strategy that if you have a driving school, then you must also populate it with driving instructors, of which I have one, and therefore is that when the 18-year-old or above applies and comes to the school, he's supposed to be put through theory,
Yeah.
and the theory is contingent, is about everything about the road use.
Okay.
And it has to do with, first of all, how we have evolved as a country and as a world in terms of vehicle invention and construction, and then its procurement, its licensing, its registration, its maintenance, servicing. All these skills are supposed to be inculcated, and then in traffic use of it,
Okay.
so that you protect yourself and others. And that relates to the basic examination you do with DVLA,
Okay.
which you have been, properly nurtured by the instructor in the driving school. And then when you pass, normally it's about 20 above 30.
Yes.
Or anything above.
Yes.
If you pass, then you have done the theory. And then the next has to do with the in-traffic
Okay.
demonstration. Because, like he talked about, everything has to do with the cognitive capacity of every individual. It's very important. And he used physics and other things as an example with regard to the road engineer vis-a-vis the driver.
Okay.
And when you have demonstrated your cognitive capacity by passing the theory, it must translate through the eye, through the fist,
Yeah.
through the feet, on the paddles, on the steering, controlling, and on driving, managing this, driving on the right with the gear. Demonstrate it in traffic, how you reverse, the speed application, why you're supposed to ensure, and because you have inculcated to know that in Ghana, apart from what the engineer will do, there are 4 speed zones in order to protect life and property. I.e., you must demonstrate it while you're on wheel, behind the steering wheel, while the driving instructor is sitting by you, for example, or the testing officer. So that when you are in crowded areas, in accordance with section 163, for example,
Yeah.
you cannot move above 30 kilometers per hour because it's a school zone area. It is a health facility area. It is mosque, playground, church, among others, and it is a market or a shopping mall. There are a lot of pedestrians, and therefore you must slow down 30. When it's a built-up area, it is about 50. When it's on a highway, the one that is being trained cannot move above, or driving cannot move above 90 kilometers, and on highway, on motorways, 900. All these things are to be demonstrated by the driver, not as a novice driver, not as one who is being tested, but the one who will drive independently when he's issued the license. And then when all this thing is done, and you passed both theory and in traffic, then you are issued, because you demonstrated out of the cognitive capacity, ability to demonstrate it on your feet.
Yeah.
That you drive to protect life and protect will become a safer road user with a safer vehicle. And that driver is expected that in the absence of the instructor and the driving school proprietor, and in the absence of the testing officer or the examiner, you will drive independently with a vehicle that is registered, insured, and you are driving on the right, and you are engaged in appropriate speeds, safer speeds, and then you will stop at where you are supposed to stop, and you will exit where you are supposed to exit. And all that. You overtake appropriately. And that thing is what, to a very large extent, what is killing us, because in Ghana, the data I've just churned out, shows clearly that if about 13,000 crashes have occurred, and many of these are serious crashes, we are saying that about 60% were as a result of inappropriate and excessive speeding, which has to do with human behavior, which mostly has to do with the driver, either as a motorcycle rider, as a commercially registered vehicle driver, or whatever. In terms of categorization, I normally want to say that the instructor, the driving school will churn out drivers through DVLA hands. At the end of the day, using the license for whatever work is contingent on the license holder. And therefore, whether you are using you have category A, you are using it for motorbike, or it is category B, you are using it for saloon or sedan, or SUV, or it is C category, you are using it for minibuses and all that, or it's D for trucks, mini trucks, and is F for articulated truck, rigid, and also passenger lorry, including the high occupancy one, among others.
Yeah.
What is important is not about the trot. It's about that, is it the case that the holder is using it in accordance with Regulation 25 in terms of why the license was given to you. And that's what this one dovetails into enforcement.
Okay.
That if you allow a human being, and I said, like the great historian of this world, Moses said in Midian, that we are weak. And if we are weak, you always need to re-engineer the environment to make it difficult for those who are willing, though they are trained, who are capable, though they fear God, even, for example, they will tell you, but they are capable and willing to commit crime or any road infraction or the other. All that it takes is that you need to re-engineer the environment to make it difficult for such people to do it, so that when even they slip in and do it, there will be a capacity of the country to ensure that they are detected. And if they are detected, they are supposed to be sanctioned. And when you link this one to it, a detection and sanction, every environment where you deploy drivers, it doesn't matter what they do, they will be deterred. Because they know there will be sanctions.
But is the law biting hard? Let me cite an example. You drive on the Accra-Kumasi highway. Ideally, you are supposed to drive around 80 kilometers per hour, 60 kilometers per hour. But people are moving beyond that to like 140 kilometers per hour, coupled with the nature of the road and all that. What is really the role of MTTD on highways? Like the Accra-Kumasi highway.
Before I do this subject, I want you to have this one.
The PL.
They have this one. And my
yes,
he also happens to be my student.
Hashtag.
Oh, wow, that's nice.
What is important is this, that first, speeding is a major problem that confronts the world in terms of our roads. And is a reason why countries invest so heavily in managing speeding behavior of their citizens with the aim of protecting them.
Good.
And so countries have generally moved away from in-traffic enforcement in terms of physical police deployment manual. It's a reason why Ghana has taken a position. And Ghana have made strenuous investment in digital infrastructure.
Okay.
We have the fiber optics everywhere. And so what it takes is that you only leverage on it. It's a reason why police service, under the tutelage of Ministry of Interior and our partners, have invested heavily in traffic GH.
Yeah.
The aim is to deal squarely with our speeding behavior, because it accounts for 50%, 60% of all serious crash and injuries and all that in Ghana. And therefore, I was very elated yesterday when Parliament
passed the Okada.
Okada is the amendment of the Road Traffic Act 683 of 2004 has further be amended to allow for the application of all these innovations.
Beautiful.
That will ensure that apart from supporting the youth, you also must bring in a system that will protect them, so that in traffic they may manage speeds in a manner that if they are delivering their maybe commercial services for those who want to occupy motorbike and pay fare, they will be protected, so that they will not run red lights, they will not engage in excessive speed of zigzag, among others. And in general, to also ensure that four-wheelers don't sustain this behavior. This is the reason why we have so many of these cameras that are coming out. Some are in our vehicles. We have our back office that we're waiting for the airlines, so that when you don't comply and you run red light, you engage in excessive speed above the limits I mentioned to you in all those zones, and or do any other thing. We have cameras, we have PDAs, we will capture you, and in 3 minutes you are bet to get an electronic notice of violation, which is a traffic ticket, which will come like a text message on your phone. Like you receive text messages from water company and the ECG, and the owner. See, you are bringing automated road traffic offenses and fine to change the narrative, so that you don't necessarily need police to stand on the road with a device. That the devices are everywhere, because we also want to adopt the subjective sense of apprehension strategy that the Paris police, among others, are using, so that though the cameras, some of them will be on tripod, you may see one police officer using it, you will not be stopped. Though your vehicle will be moving, our vehicle is unmarked, it will be with you in and out. So that, for example, if Ghana have said through our finance minister in parliament that within 3 years, the motorway that we had in 1965 from Tema to Laku Junction to Tetakwashi, which was 80 kilometers, is going to be extended. Now where? On the N6 when you get to Nsawam, there's going to be 198 kilometer stretch of expressway, which is a motorway, which allows in the road traffic regulation is 100 kilometers per hour. And we adjust it with the cameras with about a speed grace of maybe 5 kilometers per hour, 105. You are expected to move from Nsawam, you turn left, you turn left off the N6, you go to Adesu, to Asamankasi, and then to Oda, and then you move on the interchange that we have promised about 8 through the Konkontiti forest to Kuntinase around the Lake Busumchi, and then you come out of Kumasi. It has cut the road, the existing trunk road through on the N6 to Swami roundabout from Kwame Nkrumah Circle, about 60 kilometers per hour. On that new road that is coming, it's not the case that if you are on it, you can move because your vehicle allows you to move the speed of 240 there. No, it's 100 kilometers per hour. The only grace speed we give is for you to ensure that you manage it. And anything above the 100 or the grace speed, our cameras will be there. We will be moving with you. We will be dotting it around the road, and it will capture you, and it is connected over the cloud to our back office somewhere in Accra. And before you move about 50 kilometers per hour, or your phone,
you'll get a notification
and to deter you. So these are all the things that is expected that you bring to bear on the driver, and not necessarily the commercial or the throttle, because all of them, for as far as are concerned, in Ghana, if you don't have a license, you cannot even pass to drive a private registered vehicle, let alone a commercial. The most important thing is that all of us are supposed to have our license.
But wait, okay, let me ask him. This is a great technology, but has it started rolling out already?
We have rolled it out to extend that we are issuing caution notices. So far, we have issued about 120,000 caution notices to those who were engaged in excessive speeding. And we have done that, and owners have them, and they receive it on their ticket. You see the heading is MTTD, caution notice. And then we advise you that if you are not the owner, you proceed to DVLA to do change of ownership. We have also observed that many Ghanaians, particularly those vehicle owners, buying car is not exchange of money, or be or through hereditary. Let us say, it was dashed to you. And that is not the ownership of the ownership of a vehicle in Ghana. In accordance with Section 38, is that you should have gone to DVLA and have availed that vehicle, such that the vehicle will be in your name, and the details of you will be on the vehicle register. There are 2 registers in Ghana, one for vehicle owners and one for license holders at the DVLA. And your name should be there. So if you buy a car and you give the money to the person, what it means that within 2 weeks you are supposed to get the name of the current owner of the register, and then you, the prospective owner, you put your name on the register through DVLA system, pay a certain fee, and that's what's expected. And I'm not surprised that because of the challenges we have had with this implementation currently, and the new law coming, DVLA have made the proposal which has been accepted, that vehicle owners will own their license plates. So that if you have a vehicle, the number plate on it is in your name. If you sell, you deactivate it and give the car to the prospective owner to also go and put his or her registered number plate, or activate it and put it on it. And this is the arrangement, because for us, we will not wait day and year before we go to court, and then they approve you. Traffic offenses, most in the US system, are strict liability. And therefore, you commit, and on your feet, you receive a ticket. And you'll be forthcoming in Ghana within 14 days. If you have not paid within by 7 days, we issue you another reminder notice on your phone. And we expect that you'll be forthcoming. Otherwise, the state will refuse you services with so many functions you expect them. We expect the state to perform, including you cannot even go to DVLA to get any a service on your vehicle, let alone your license, among others. So this one is coming. It's an innovation. It's a requirement under the US system. Ghana have made strenuous investment in it. Police, we are ready. Our back office is ready. We have tested it. All we are waiting for is the new law, which is coming. That's why I said I was elated.
Yeah.
The other thing is that we have gone beyond even the testing. We have set up, because now it's not the case that you'll be going to court. Okay, so if you are listening to me, you take your phone and start. If your phone goes, when you get a ticket,
yes.
Android, you can easily go on government pay platform, isn't it? Use your mobile. But if you have a YAM, it is star 222#. You can test it.
Okay.
The government payment platform, the option 6 is the traffic Ghana process.
Okay.
We are prepared ourselves so that while we believe that if innovation is adopted, it will rather enhance the image of the police service. It will rather make us capable, efficient. It will help us to serve Ghanaians well. It will also help us to gain our respect, our dignity, the legitimacy, and then the confidence that we so require in order to serve the community.
So Chief Superintendent, you want to hold on that. We will come to you and ask you what you make of the passage of the bill to legalize Okada as well. But let's speak to Mr. Danso as well. How many months or weeks is someone supposed to be in class or be lectured or be taught to drive?
Okay, thank you very much. Before I come to this question, let me talk on two issues before I forget. Number one is the speeding. You see, we should drum this into the minds of drivers, because this year Bloomberg did research and they came out that accidents, the number one cause is speeding. And research has shown, and this is by Road Safety Authority, they say that if you are speeding beyond 90 kilometers, when you crash the vehicle, it is like falling from a 4-story building.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Your chances of survival is just 5%. And so we should drum this to the drivers that it's not about speed.
They're testing their cars, poor cars.
Yeah, but apart from that, to you know, it's actually a question, not just to add, it's a question. He talked about traffic tech, and then you were talking about the speed. But the question is, do the roads have some of the signs to show what's the speed limit? Because if you want traffic tech to work, you have to be able to say, okay, the speed limit on this road is this, and this is it here. Do all those roads have those signs?
All right, I think that is a reason why I would say I'm elated, because it's got and I see I've been around the last month. I've been around on the N1 from Lubo to Aflao. I've been on the N2 all the way to Asikuma, then to Oho and back. I've been to on the N9 and on the N6 all the way to Tamale and the N10, and I've been on the N12 around Sunyani and all over. I've looked at it, and I can bet that for the first time in my lifetime in policing, I've seen that our road, Ghana is a road construction scene, and that tells us that the road furniture that you have mentioned is part of it, I believe, and that in a lot we're going to have those furniture, including road markings and signs that we do. However, as a certified instructor and per the road law regulation 163, we go beyond road signs. So Ghanaians, our drivers are more competent than many drivers around the globe. What am I saying? Because Ghana says, irrespective, if you are on the road as a driver, and it's part of the cognitive capacity training we issue, that when you are on the roadway and there are no road signs, all the time use road marking, road landmarks. Use landmarks. What is one? And I mentioned, he said 30 kilometers per hour in a crowded area.
Okay.
And he gave example. School zones. Okay. Health facility.
Markets, yeah.
Playground. And there's stadium and all that.
Yeah.
and also mentions where there are procession, and also talked about shopping mall and markets. There you don't need any sign to move up 20 or 30 or below. And then it says that when you are in a built-up area, a road situated in a built-up area, where on both sides there are buildings, and that you see the buildings, know that it is likely that people are practicing patrilocal system of marriage among others. So please be careful. 50, and was it on a highway, a road that is situated between two urban areas or towns? There, you know, it's the only forested area that the road is passed. It's 90. You see, and also it says that on motorway, 100 kilometers. So beyond the road,
there are signs
which may come with 50 prohibitory, allow 90, sometimes 80 for very different class of vehicles and all that. These are general speed limits that Ghanaians are trained, inculcated with, and capacity built and sensitized continuously. Go today after here in the evening, I'll be at the Tibet, building capacity of, you know, drivers who are coming out.
Beautiful.
You know, so the thing is that it is sometimes has to do with non-compliance. That we know. One, if the road is straight and flat. Two, when police are not there.
Yeah.
And three, the general indiscipline, because the user knows that police presence is minimal.
Okay.
And it's the reason why we are intervening with this IT digital enforcement solution, so that the vehicle moves anywhere. Some of the cameras are fixed permanently on a certain post, and some are on tripod. You can never tell where police will be, so that you always want to slow down.
Mr. Danso, back to you.
Yes.
I want to know the duration someone is supposed to be in class.
Again,
to be taught.
To answer the question, I want to say that for road safety to work proper, it is training and education and law enforcement combined. If we do this, we are good to go. Now, things that a driver should know from us. I mentioned it earlier. Signs, markings, vehicle components, defensive driving techniques, causes of accident and prevention. Law in driving, vehicle instrumentation, weather condition. But
weather condition.
Of course.
The environment is important.
Oh, beautiful.
You see,
I want to like pilots.
and you see, the issue is this. When it comes to driving, it's three things. It's knowledge, skills, and experience.
Okay.
Now, knowledge, the word knowledge is two words combined. Know and lege.
Okay.
Know. Lege is science. So to know something, from my dictionary, I tell my students, to know something is to have knowledge, to have information in something, to have information as a result of experience, or you have learned, or you've been told. To know. So something that somebody has told you, like we are doing here.
Yeah.
Now, when we give the information to our students, they have to learn. Now, I tell my student that what I'm telling you, I want to see application. So, grasp it, imprint it on your brain board, and come and apply it for me. And this is when we are failing. My boss is talking about cognitive thinking. If the thing is not on the brain board of the person, for him to know that at this situation and this circumstance, this is what I have to do. That is what happens on the road. Because, like I said, accident is preventable. It's predictable. So if you have the defensive mechanism in your head, you know, you respond. And the word respond is two words. Responsible. Responsibility is responsible. All these things are things we should let drivers understand, that when you are behind the wheels, there are situations and circumstances that are going to arise. And you should be responsible. You should be able to respond to the situation. And it takes us, by law, we are supposed to teach 18 lessons and then teach 30 practical hours.
Oh, wow.
And this practical hours is where sometimes I think that we should talk with our regulator, who is DVLA, for us to look at this again, because every student and his ability to grasp.
Yeah.
So some people can make it within the 30 hours. Some need some time. And as if they need more time, then of course they have to pay more. And so we should have that arrangement to see how we can deal with people who are slow in learning. And sometimes majority of the people that come to school, they come because of fear.
Yes.
And so you see that we have to try as much as possible to delete the fear level. A lot of people that think that they have confidence, when you tell them that you are coming to a driving school, they will tell you that you are wasting your time. You are wasting your time and money.
Wow.
I'm telling you, ask them.
So they will not encourage you to come to
at all. At all. And that's the challenges we have. And that is why.
But have you asked yourself why? Have you people afraid of the driving school? Is it the way we teach? Is it that people don't understand us? Is it that maybe we probably need to start speaking the local language to someone who does not speak English? So yeah, have you ever thought of that?
Yes, the language barrier. DVLA has introduced 5 languages that we will use in the theory exams: Akan, Ewe, Dagbani, Ga, and I think one other language. So we do. As I sit here, I can speak Cree, I can speak Ga, I can speak a little bit of Ewe, and I can speak a little bit of English. So
not a little bit of English, more of English.
So you see, we are trying, but the issue is, you see, we have accepted the wrong as a norm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because when I was a child, people don't go to there weren't many driving schools, so people learn from people.
Parents,
No, from they go and learn from
taxi drivers.
and that has been the norm for long, and so that's why I'm happy I'm here.
Yeah.
And I want this collaboration. It shouldn't end today, because there's a lot we have to say that we can't say right now.
Is the driving school expensive?
For me, I think it is not, because if you buy a car, the Sprinter that you see is 130,000 Ghana cedis minimum. Now, you can't put money on life. And so if you come to a driving school and we ask you to pay 1,720.
Okay. For training?
Yes. Just 1,720.
Within what period? 3 months?
Within 3 months.
Okay.
Within 3 months. Looking at 1,700.
At once? Is the pay at once?
Or you pay in installments?
Sometimes we allow students to pay in installment. Because for me, I tell my students, it's not about the money. It is about what I'm doing for you. The safety that I'm putting into you is what that is what is making me be in this business.
Yeah.
What I'll do for money, it will come later. But I want to save life. And so the money is not the issue. But people still will not come. And so please, you people should help us in this direction.
So
let's do more.
So thank you so much. Now let's come to this issue. The passage of Parliament passes bill to legalize Okada. You made mention of the figures when it comes to the motorcycle and all that. What really is the issue when it comes to the Okada business? And 2, what is the MTTD stance on the passage of the bill?
All right. I think first of all, by God's grace, I happen to be part of the 30-member committee that was set up by the state to look at the policy, which has now been turned into a law for implementation, with the aim of not only ensuring that our youth or compatriots are also employed in this space, because they have been employed illegally over the years and they have not been protected, and we've had a lot of road safety problems on our hands. We played with it and it blew in our face, such that with the 2,600 that are killed this year, motorcycle related fatalities account for about 1,200.
Wow.
The user class have many. And so that is how negligent we have been in the past. And therefore, this is a new dawn. However, the bill is not only about using motorcycle that is going to be registered specially. Mostly are going to be EV government policy, and will be assigned and embossed with a number plate, yellow and black lettering like a commercial, and the riders are going to be 21 years or above of experience that is to mention, and therefore you'll be trained by DVLA specially, and issued person must pass the knowledge-based test, and you do the in-traffic one, and then when you pass, then you'll be issued with a new professional rider's license has come alive. You see what I'm talking about? So that it has to do with eliminating the risk associated with the use of motorbikes, isn't it? That DVLA is going to purposely train riders who have been presented by their unions, and when they pass, they are issued with a new rider's license, unlike the existing category A rider's license. Very different. And there are a lot of safety regulations that have been put in there, like that is coming. And we have a supervising ministry and authorities in this space. But I've said that the bill has also aspect that deals with alcohol and drug use
by
road users, drivers. That it also accounts for the crashes, and therefore the subsisting law, which we are now amending, had it that if you are trained by a driving instructor and through a driving school, and you are issued with a license, you see that you are smelling of alcohol, and we subject you to a fresh nostril of the breathalyzer at police duty point, and you provide 100 milliliter of breath, the fuse for the system, for the
so
machine.
do you have the breathalyzers?
Oh yes, for the breathalyzer to work, and it breathalyzes 0.08%, which is 35 micrograms of alcohol in that. Then you are found to be drunk, isn't it?
Right.
Now it has been further amended down. Now I have it here. When you are found, even when you are smelling keke, and you blow a little fuse in the 100 milliliter, it is 21.87 micrograms. And that one I believe is only when the machine senses your breath. And it tells us clearly that drivers, our data have shown that a little pint of alcohol is also influencing your behavior to put up incompetent attitude behind the steering, and therefore you are further prohibited. That is one. Two, we have also seen that we need the standards to allow parents who are carrying their little ones on vehicles to be also secured to the chassis with baby carrying cots and all child restraints. That regulation has come. So I'm appealing to parents. Very soon you will come with you on the road. Please, you yourself, you should wear your seatbelt, adult. The little ones, some are prohibited from sitting on the front seat, and some will be sitting at the back. And with devices, Ghana Standard of Day are prescribed it. That one, it will be implemented to the letter, and I'm happy about that. And of course, like I said, in terms of self-drive vehicles, in terms of ride hailing, you see that commercial use of vehicles is changing. We have ride hailing, isn't it?
Yes.
And we also have the actual taxis operation and that. All these new things are coming, and of course, enhanced enforcement, as I've mentioned, is very critical. That we move away, because speeding kills us, and therefore we must also put in systems. But on the use of motorcycle, I believe you are aware that for about 10 years now, we are dilly-dallying with it, isn't it? But we go everywhere in the country, in the rural landscape, everywhere. I've been there. Even when you prohibit the use of motorcycle for commercial purpose, the whole burger will walk. Is what I'm talking about. Many community members who walk.
Rely on it.
Because we use it. Though we have prohibited it, we were using it. In fact, we were deceiving ourselves. And therefore, we are not prepared for that deception.
Yeah.
And therefore, there were no protection for the rider and the pillion. And therefore, opportunity has come. Now it is clear that you cannot sit on motorbike and use it for commercial after you have been trained and you are working with your operator, that you will not wear helmets, that the pillion will not wear it. We will know you will be punished severely. This is what I'm talking about. The operator will be punished severely. They are putting system that will help us to check. All this is to help Ghanaians. Let's come together and nurture this whole subsector, because it has come to stay. Because motorbike is easy to buy, it is easy to manage, and it is easy to maneuver across.
Convenient.
And all that. And so pure regulations has come. It's the reason why when you look at the landscape of contemporary Africa, you look at in the east, in the streets of Mombasa, in Nairobi, in the streets of everywhere.
But Chief Superintendent,
are
this
regularizing
numbers
them for our use.
on our streets, and also I'm sure you said that it's a step in the right direction that is being passed. But now let's look at the number of people who will now be going into the Okada business, maybe from your side as the MTTD. But let's briefly engage Charles Danso, who is the chairman of the Ghana Committed Drivers Association. They are the driver unions, and they have also been using the various roads. We ask him what he makes of the conversation in Studio One on the road accidents, and also his opinion on the passage of to legalize the Okada business in this country. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, my brother.
I trust you're doing well.
Everything is well.
Good. First of all, your brief comment on road accidents. This year, we've recorded over 2,000. As driver unions, what has been the plan? What is really the measure you are putting in place to first reduce the numbers, and maybe some measures during this Christmas?
Okay, my brother, let me say a very good morning to you and your men there, especially people at the chief people, and my brother, Mr. Danso. And as a driver, I would like to, we drivers cannot compete with the police, and Mr. Danso there for speaking English. So I would like to divert more to our local dialect so that I can explain myself well for those listening to also have the correct view of what I want to say. Because of certain laws, I would like to quote and then explain it well. For this passage of this Okada law, that's motorcycle or tricycle. Niamepese mekanese do na emra wo ho ese me yemfa nye adwuma enyi sika na omokoye ese adwuma semo a eni ho nti no enkrofo ede nya daily bread, and oma afaitia ma ene ya legalization no legalize no yenum na ya kan laws no day in day out no ye hu se now ebeye bribia ebeye din kakra ede ama yenuanum na omka motorbikes no mayamfa tricycle na ye frɛ no pragiano me pese bibisa impanifo se pragiano right hand drive now right hand drive and omu use so omu ye overtaking omu hu omu anim they come to the road before say omu will say kaiba na dia kwenhia mpanifo anotice ade no ana afenso no ye hwe motorcycle ye moto ankasa ya emra ewo ho no emra ye tintim ne kama but ye bisa so mbetumi adimra ne so ana one wo hwe ya kwantimpon ya nam so meka ya kwantimpon ye road na ye nam so no se ye 3 lane emre bia nka nkyere moto se wo de fa mfinimfini na fa ko ye si di traffic ne so ye si di so se ne aka edi lane ma ono so ko na ho prosifo mo ye ne den so afenso ye bisa se aba ne se no wo ma efuatena moto ne so no insurance policies here a third party insurance no how is it going to be Sena omobeye nafa. Because of you can incapacitated or percentage of injuries here. One more ebe moto no ebenya no. Insurance companies in between na because obi wa moto ndi no kobo wa or say helmet okay. Ebi an nsemu bebu me spinal cord ebe ho beka ebi an sire mu abu. Per the percentage here you can say doctor for the bema as insurance for mpia kan would they be able some bit na meba kintampo no nim say trotro ni ha taxi ni ha taxi se no ko mepa ne say long journey kakra but in the city no unya taxi inti pragiano na wofo. And this pragiano so a drive on the shoulder. And on the shoulder driving so no it's against the law. And a quite now so fa main road no so no cars na airba no cars na di o machi no because of pragiano trapoli and and no back glass into hu o machi. Eyo how bebre into see traffic na ya mfasa niema we nyina ngu ho na ya see ya legalize na omfanya adwuma people are going to die so okay. People will die.
Charles,
yeah,
so Charles, you want to stay on. Chief Supo is here. He will explain a few things because he actually was on the board and he has also assessed all the situation before the passage was done. He's asked a couple of questions that has to do with normally the nature of our roads, how they've already been riding on the roads, insurance, among other things. What will be your quick response to him?
Well, I think the policy that is coming has also focus on section 125 that motorcycle owner should also have complied with compulsory insurance. So insurance policy was part of it.
Okay.
Moving forward.
Beautiful.
But we are not looking at what is there now. It's because if he's speaking to what is there now, that's not what
it is. Okay.
So the new one coming to, I mentioned that it has embedded in it the fact that the unions, the motorcycle union that want to operate Okada in, let's say, Tesano here, would have presented a number of motorcycle riders and to DVLA for training.
Okay.
Because what he mentioned about where they are using the motorcycle pragia in, for example, Kintampo, is about training gap.
Okay.
Okay. That either they don't know. So the new sets of users who are going to carry fare paying passengers on there, they are going to be given a purposive training to eliminate all these risky behaviors.
Beautiful.
So that they will drive appropriately. They will not go on the 10 lines. They will not be zigzagging. They will stop at the stop line when it is red, and they will move at safe speeds. And where they are supposed to use a motorbike, they will be, Now all these are incorporated in the new policy cabinet, which will be different. So that's why I'm saying that the policy said that if you have license A now, use it to ride motorcycle, isn't it? But to use it to drive the new motorcycle, which are number plate yellow, you should have attended that purposive training and then examination, tested, and be issued with a new motor rider's license called professional motorcycle rider's license, which is different from what is there. And it's not just a license. It comes with certain cognitive training, psychomotor training, and affective training, so that you become a holistic driving for life rider who is delivering services to your community members. And that is what we are looking at. It is informed by the current behavior and the data. And so we expect the DVLA to spearhead this, and that is part of the strategy. So let us understand that it is not what you are seeing now, that a new way of managing a motorcycle is coming. And that's why when you go to other countries, where it is legalized. You see them, they use the road confidently with other four-wheelers. And that is basically, and therefore, it is not only about training. It's also about purposive sensitization, akin to what we have under Traffic Tech, that Road Safety Authority is going to marshal its nationwide forces to ensure that this kind of engagement is done, sensitization, awareness creation, information sharing, media campaigns, with all that, so that all road user class would have been informed that there is now a permitted user class called, apart from those using the blue and white, who are private, these are permitted road users with yellow plated number plates to deliver essential services, including carrying us for fare and also dispatching our essential goods under Postal and Courier Services Regulatory Commission on behalf of.
I like your response. So, Charles, and so thank you so much for your time. We will definitely engage you more later note on some of the issues that you've raised and also additional discussions. But Mr. Emmanuel, and so you want to respond to this quickly. Then we'll come to what the MTTD's plan is for the Christmas season.
If the camera can pick this thing for me. You see, this training.
Standardized instructors manual and training material for drivers of heavy goods vehicle.
Yes.
Oh, beautiful.
This training was done to us by Transit International, and DVNA has adopted and launched this. And those who train us, they came from Uganda. Transit is an institution in London, England, but they've trained instructors, good instructors in Uganda, that they have schools, high vehicles, heavy goods vehicle trainings. So they contracted one of the instructors to come and train us. And when we were doing the training with the trailer, they told us that in Uganda there's what they call boda, motor for commercial.
Yeah.
And so when we're driving the trailer, we should be cognizant of
the
motor, and we should also think of pedestrians. So as they were watching us, they were watching how we will save motor rider and pedestrians. If you are not doing that well, you are failing.
You are failing as a driver.
But I'm coming. Give me some liberties to talk about this motor issue.
We don't have time.
No, but let's give me some 2 minutes.
Yeah, 2 minutes.
Because I'm a rider.
Just a minute.
And I'm an instructor. So I'm telling you, look, this issue is delicate, because when it comes to anything that moves on the road, the riskiest is motor. Me, I have fallen several times with a motorbike.
Wow, because someone hits you?
Yes, and I fell. I mean, with a motor, if with a little mistake, you fall. Now, the issue has to do with proper training and education. And that is why I will endorse DVLA to really consult us, deal with us.
The trainers.
Yeah, trainers. So, because we have been trained by DVLA to do training. So we have what we call gearing. If you want to ride a motorbike, you don't just wake up and sit on the motor. You should understand the motor. And you have to gear up. There's riding boots that you have to wear. There's what we call kneecap. There's a riding jacket you have to wear. There's a proper helmet and the riding gloves, so that in case of any eventuality, you will be safe to some degree. Now, when it comes to motorbike, you have to get some skill to carry somebody behind you. Because look, as you are sitting here, you weigh more than 90 kilometers, 90 kilos. Now, if I'm 71 kilos and you are 90 behind me, you need some sort of skill to ride. If we don't train the people well, Master, we'll be in trouble. So I pray that this thing, I agree, because some of us, when we were young, we did a lot of things to take care of ourselves. So if a 21-year-old person is unemployed,
Trying to take care of themselves.
It's a problem.
Yeah.
So if we are trying to give them employment, I'm for it. However, the training has to be good. For me, my problem is not even the rider. My problem is the ignorant passenger who is going to be maimed or killed.
Mr. Danso, thank you so much for your time. Let's come to you, Chief Superintendent. Let's end quickly with this. What is the plan for MTTD for Christmas?
All right, thank you very much. I think in times like this,
I hope you ask me this question.
I think in times like this, if there was anything that all stakeholders in road safety space will come out boldly and offer services to our compatriots, it is now. So I call on the transport operators, GPIC, Cooperative, Protua, STC, Metro Mass, VVIP, PM Express, among other plethora of
stakeholders,
operators in the transport industry, that we are at your call. Okay, we are ready for you to crisscross with us across the country, and we will support you with whatever support you need. However, we appeal from the police headquarters through our 25 police regions and our divisions and districts and stations, and all the lorry parks you see traffic police officers in their white tunic and reflective jackets engaging you on daily basis on your pre-trip preparedness for this Yuletide, before, during, and after. Because a year by now, between the Christmas month, we lost so many. We don't want to. We think that in the 24th, 25th, 26th to 7th, we lost many we shouldn't have. And therefore, it is first our proactive strategy, as I'm here, and our commanders are all over the media. We want to thank you. Continue to offer us this precious time to engage our clients who are busy and expect us to deliver these services, of our proactiveness of informing them that if you have a vehicle, please, in times like this, maintain it well. Maintenance also has everything to do with servicing and checks. And because this day there is going to be a long holiday, he may not go to the mechanic, so get it done properly. And it should be in the hands of a safer road user, who is a driver, who is licensed and competent and experienced, particularly those who are using the commercial vehicle. And such should be permitted at the lorry stations by our station masters, as I've called on them. I know they are helping us. And they ensure that in times like this, people come raw as they are as drivers and not taking any intoxicated, liquid substances. And we do this with them at the lorry station. We are also teaming up with Corporate Ghana. We will be on the road beyond the station. That if you do what you are told, fine, inconsistent with the Road Traffic Act and the Highway Code. So that if you come on the road and engage in excessive speeds, you are found drunk or you are behaving as if you are intoxicated, the law mandates us that we should stop you. We should look for alternative vehicle for the passengers. By you, the law says that we should keep you until you become sober.
How many men are you deploying for the question?
We are deploying. It's going to be also region and division and district based, and therefore we're going to see across the country. That's in the 25 police regions. Police officers are going to be deployed, and as they are there all over. In Accra, we are going to intensify it than you see usually. I'm not going to put numbers to it, but what you know is that all our subsisting regional MTTD divisions and districts that are populated with trained traffic police officers will be deployed to ensure, in times like this, to direct and control traffic diurnally and nocturnally, to ensure that the rush hours are a bit comfortable for the users, and also ensure that people who infract are prevented, and those who are detected as repeat offenders will be arrested and processed. So I will take this opportunity to also thank you, and also thank all Ghanaians that in times like this, it is time to merry-make.
Yeah.
It has to do with Christians that are celebrating the birth of Christ, isn't it? It is peace we want on the road. And therefore, if the safer roads are coming, we expect that you'll be safer road user. And you don't put up substances that will ensure that you become incompetent, aggressive, and sometimes you drive dangerously.
Carelessly.
So that we all, before, during, and after, we will present ourselves into the new year, where we will engage. For the first time, I want you to live and see how police will transform from in-person traffic law enforcement to automated enforcement.
Thank you so much, Chief Supo. Now, Mr. Danso, briefly on that and your final words.
I want to thank drivers, good drivers that are doing the things we expect them to do. You know, transport is what develops the country, because we have to move goods and people. And so I'll thank the drivers. However, my caution will be that there are 5 things they should do for us. Number 1, they should reduce speed.
Okay, 2.
Number 2, drunk driving. Now, what I have heard is that they don't take alcohol because the police will detect it. So now they mix concussions. Something that I hear, it goes my mind. They say they mix thinner with some substance, and then they'll sniff it, and it hides them more than alcohol, and the police cannot detect it from their mouth.
Oh, anyway, so that's the second. So that's the third one.
The third one, wrongful overtaking.
Okay.
These are the things that causes accident. And you see, Chief, me, I'm telling you on authority, every mistake that a driver commits on the road, I have committed some before. It's just that it has taken formal training and education to refine me.
Good. So what's the fourth point?
So the fourth point is overloading.
Oh, wow.
Then the last one, which I'll beg of them, is fatigue. If you are tired and you are behind the wheels, your senses of judgment is impaired. And so these are the things I'll beg them that, so that this year, this December, the crashes should come down for us, so that all of us will enter the new year peacefully.
You are really an instructor. Thank you so much for your time. Emmanuel Danso is the chairman of the Ghana National Association of Driving Schools. We also thank Charles Danso, who is the chairman of Ghana Committed Drivers Association, also joined us. A very big thank you to the Chief Superintendent, Alexander Kweku, being Director of Education, Research and Training, Police, MTT. We are grateful for your time. We have a lot of messages. I don't know if we can be able to read them before we go on a break. Chris, what do you think?
Yeah, I think we should read some of them. I'll just read, say one or two, and then we'll go on a break. Our road is not safe because the street lights are not maintained. What are they doing about it? Good morning. Great information on the road safety. Please, is our road safe? Our drivers is blind, or our drivers are blind because they don't see the road markings. 80% of Ghana roads have their markings faded, and some have none at all. What are they doing about it? And this is from Daniel. We'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, we will read the rest of the messages.